Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the #1 most valuable real estate community in existence, ladies and gentlemen. REI Rev. We're back one more day. Who's ready to get after it today? Man, before I got on this call, I had a guy call me off my Google leads. He told me that he's looking to sell his house. He's got some time and went really, really well. So I'm excited. I'm going to probably break down that call. I know that I posted the other day, if I could get 50 fire emojis, we would be dropping a sales call. We got 70 fire emojis in half an hour. People want to see it. So we're going to get it going. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, use this time to introduce yourself in the side chat. Make sure that you are known. Let people know where you are, who you are, and what you do. We're going to give a little bit of time for people to pop in here. Start the day off right with some fruit, some positive energy, and some affirmations, man. We're going to get to it. We got to align ourselves with our vision and get some clarity on what it is we want out of life. If we don't already, get yourself a notebook, get yourself right about what you want out of your life, and it's going to happen. You just got to take steps towards it each and every single day, and it's only a matter of time. So with that being said, welcome everybody. We're going to send out one more announcement, give people an opportunity to pop in here and get after it. If you haven't already, you need to invite somebody you think would benefit from being in proximity with us. Send them that link, discord.gg/REIRev or reirev.com. I've been working, I might just show a preview of the stuff that I've been up to lately on the website. Let me know if y'all want to see it in the side chat, but I've got a lot of progress being made on it, and it's coming together here nicely. We are live at one event right now. I guess we got one today happening in New Jersey. We got members of the community that are there in New Jersey, and we've got one on the 27th that I will be attending in Miami, Florida. So it is going to be exciting. Welcome from Dubai. We got people from Dubai tapping in this morning. We have been seeing more and more about Dubai in the chat, people asking if we are in Dubai real estate. Obviously, the goal is to be doing this stuff internationally. I am internationally doing this stuff in the United States, outside of the United States. But at some point, I'd like to be doing stuff in other countries. Dubai might just have to be one of them. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to send out an invite for people to come and join us this morning. Tell us what you are thankful for this morning to start off the day with some positive energy. I know that I've got a lot to be thankful for. I'm going to check on my ads and see where we are at in terms of our spend for the day. Let's see here. Because I got a click, obviously, this morning. That guy called me. We're at 2 clicks for the day. We've spent $93. The average cost per click is $46 this morning. So we will see how this progresses throughout the day. Let me make sure I took notes on that last call here. Yep, I got his address and everything. And I've got to follow up. So what I'm planning to do here is I'd like to put that property on the market as an ovation. And if you guys want to see, I'm happy to make a call to a couple agents in that area because I need to send somebody out to his property on Friday at 2 p.m. And that is exactly what we will be up to today. Dalton asks, what is your cost per lead? So it gives me a breakdown each and every single week of what that looks like. And so for last week, the cost per lead was $133 per lead. So we'll see, how it progresses this week. Yesterday, I was getting clicks for like $20 a click, a little less, like $14 to $20 a click. And I was going off, I was popping off yesterday. I got a couple people pop through. So now, I have a pretty good page that obviously converts. I'm getting some people coming in, but I'd like to see if maybe there's a way that I can optimize it because sometimes people do click on the link and they don't do anything when you get there. So I've got to figure out some way to try to maximize the amount of conversions per click. It's already very good, but let's see if we can do better. Saying the audio is breaking up here. Let me pull this down. Is this better? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to go on ahead and send out that announcement, guys. We got 30 minutes every day. I'm dedicating just 30 minutes to the call. This is that opportunity to be in proximity with one another. You know, you never know who joins these calls. You never know who you're in proximity with when you pop in to this live stream. And just by letting people know what you're up to, where you are doing business, you can align yourself with the people that are in this community that want to do business with you. We got a lot of people that are out today because they're at the event in New Jersey. Shout out to John. John is out there today. We'll see what John is up to. Good morning, John. And we are going to get after it. So let me know. You guys want to see some real life agent calls? Because I'm down to make some calls. I think that might be a good utilization of the time instead of, you know, just chopping it up. Let's just get to it. Perfect. All right. It looks like that's what people want to see. So I'm going to drop an announcement calling agents to list a novation live. And I'm going to also share with you all something that the seller shared with me. And at the end of the call, he pretty much said this. I said, because I almost fumbled the call, bro. Like, I asked him at one point about his mortgage statement. And, you know, he kind of took that the way he took it. He didn't really like that I asked him about it. And I gave him a realistic expectation. I was like, you know, I'm going to probably be around 220 for this house. I mean, is that out of the question? And he's like, yeah, that's pretty far out of the question. He said his lowest he would go would be 250. I mean, at this point, it's already been on the MLS for a while, but he says that the agent that was working with him didn't work out. So I kind of want to give that agent a call first to kind of get his side of the story, figure out, well, what's going on, and then go from there. But I don't even really know what is going on here because there's no contact information for the agent or nothing. It actually looks like it was a bad listing. He told me that the agent said that there were people that were interested that just never showed up. And he just wants to relocate. He's not a desperate seller, you know, where he's facing foreclosure or something and we have to save them. But he's in a situation he just doesn't want to be in. He's too close to his in-laws and he needs to move from the neighborhood he's in to another neighborhood. So let me pull this up. We're going to be calling some agents in Bullard, Texas. Before I reach out to any agents on the phone in Bullard, Texas, is there anybody in here that is an agent or that does deals in Bullard, Texas? I'm not sure. Let's take a look at where Bullard is on the map before we pull it up. I might have somebody in here that I can reach out to before I hit up a stranger online. So let's pull this up. I'm going to close out these other tabs. Okay, Bullard. All right, so here's Bullard, Texas. Let's zoom out on the map for you all to see, and then I'll also get this here, and I'll change this to Discord. Perfect. I'm not sure if it's working or what. I'm not sure if you can see it on the stream. This is why it's so important, ladies and gentlemen. Tap into the Discord. You got to tap into the Discord. Here's what we'll do. I'll do a display capture, and then I'll put myself in the corner here. Cool. All right, so here we got Bullard, Texas. I'm going to zoom out here on the map so I can get an idea of what we're really looking at. Okay, so we're looking at, it's kind of outside Dallas. It's, I guess Longview, Texas is the closest kind of city, or maybe Tyler. I've heard of Tyler before. Just trying to think. Haven't really done business in any of these places before, but that's why I lean on the members of the community and also agents to do their job, because they are local and they are market professionals in that area. So let's take a look at realtor.com and let's find some realtors. This agent. Okay, let's do Bullard, Texas. and we're going to go through this list, and we're going to give these agents a call. Oh, and one thing before we hop into these calls, I want to tell you about what the seller said to me. The seller pretty much said, he's been talking to a couple people. He opened up the call by saying that. And so that was very important because I had to figure out how is it that I'm going to be different than all the other people that he's already talked to. And I'm going to tell you all exactly how. Is I'm going to listen to what other offers he's gotten. I'm going to evaluate his problem and his situation, and then I'm going to pretty much prescribe the solution, right? And so having done that, he also revealed that all of the other people that he was talking to, none of them offered to go and actually see his house. And that was the thing that he really wanted to hear. He wanted to build trust with somebody by having them come out and see the house. And that is exactly what I offered by end of the call. I said, look, I'm a straight shooter. Before I commit to anything or before I ask you to commit to anything, I'm going to want to see the house. And that way I can get you the most I can for it. So let's take a look here. I want to work with somebody who's relatively young, and this is kind of like the selection process. You see a bunch of these people, but I want to see somebody who's kind of young because they seem to be a little bit more open-minded, and then I want them to have some experience on what they're up to here. So we've got this guy. He seems to be a solid guy off the picture. Let's see. We'll pull him up on Google Voice here, and we'll give him a call. And his name is Matt.
This is Matt.
Matt, this is John. How are you?
How are you?
Good. I wanted to reach out. I was actually looking on Realtor.com. I'd like to work with an agent to list one of the properties that I've got under contract for a novation, and I wanted to know if you service the Bullard, Texas area.
I do. You said you had it under contract. What was the last bit?
For a novation. Have you ever listed a property like that before?
I've not.
Okay, so I'll give you just a basic rundown. So I run Google Ads, and sellers come and reach out to me. Typically, they've had some experience on the market or something like that they didn't want to list with an agent, or have like the hassle of working with an agent or negotiating that kind of stuff. And so I'll understand what their situation is, and pretty much they just want a hands-off experience, and that's what I offer to them. And so what I do is I'll get an attorney in fact signed that gives me the right to actually list the property and accept an offer. And so then I'll reach out to an agent that services the area that they're working in, and I'll see if they'd be down to list it, for full commission.
Okay. Interesting. What is it? A house? Is it land? Is it commercial? What do you have?
Yeah, I've got a single family house. I'm gonna pull it up here, and it's really clean. It was once listed, so I'm sure you could probably pull it up with me. But it's really clean. It's got photos and everything. But the agent that once listed it, they didn't pan out, unfortunately. Sure. Yeah, so we are Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, you seem like a cool guy and all, and I'm happy to get you, whatever you need. I just, like to be mindful of the way that we kind of position ourselves. Um, and, if you do decide, you want to go out there, I'd like to set up, an appointment um, before, we get that ball rolling. I'm happy to let them know everything, and of course we let them know ahead of time. It's nothing like spam or nothing like that. They reach out to us. We're not doing any direct outbound marketing. But yeah, I mean, if you feel comfortable positioning yourself, as a member of my team, to represent me, that would be cool. In terms of a fiduciary agreement, you would be, my representative, even though you are listing the seller's house. So if you feel like that's too much of a conflict of interest, I'd understand, but I'd ask to just leave it at that then if you wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. Can you hear me better? I'm here. Can you hear me better? Okay. So I'm just explaining, I'm totally fine with, getting the disclosure and everything that you need to feel comfortable um, in terms of the seller being aware of what this process looks like and all of that. That's totally fine with me. I just got to make sure that you're on board and that you understand that if we work together, your fiduciary agreement will be to me. Um, and pretty much just trying to take care of my interest, that you're not going to try to cut me out of the deal or anything like that. Hmm. No, absolutely. Yeah, this is a younger guy who's got a property out there. And like I said, I'd be happy to tell him. But the main thing is, I wanted to find somebody to see if I could send them out there on Friday at 2. Um, do you have a conflict in your schedule for that time? Because I want to, before I even, commit to telling him, hey, yeah, we could get this done. I want to make sure that, I'm working with somebody, number one, that has experience. I see that you've got multiple listings and that you've closed multiple deals. So obviously you check that box. But the other thing is, I want to make sure that they're aware of the situation, and that, they're working with me, and that I don't get, cut out of the deal. I got to protect my interest as well. Friday, 2 p.m. Okay, before we confirm, I wanna just make a phone call, but I will send you a text message if we do confirm. Um, Let me think. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, after that last remark, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. Like, I just kind of feel I get a little bit of a shady feeling, man. Like I'm gonna get cut out of this deal. Essentially, yes. And so when we get out there, so I won't be there, right? So I need to work with somebody I can trust to be in front of that seller and represent me. And I trust you. You know, you sound like a great guy, and I see your track record is phenomenal. I got to make sure that there's no conversation about the price or anything like that when we're speaking with the seller. Okay. Well then, hell, I'll make a quick call then, and then I'll give you a confirmation here by the end of the day. Okay. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye bye. I don't know, man. I don't feel so confident about that agent. Tell you the truth, man. I don't know about that one. He was like, "Well, I want to make sure that you have, that he wants to hear from the seller that they're aware that I will be listing the property and this and that, and I already made that clear, and that reminds me, I got another property that I gotta list here. I have, but I don't trust it, I don't trust it. Let's find another guy. He does have a great record. He has a lot for sale, and he has a lot sold. What's up, Dan? How are you doing today? Here he is. Whoa, he's tapping in. Hey, he's got Drew. There he is. Whipping around, man. How y'all doing out there?
It's raining. It's raining right now. It's raining right now. Pouring the rain on us. We're headed to Drew's makeshift office right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Make some calls. I got a call with Savion and his seller at 2:00, 2:30 or something like that. So
Let's go.
Gotta make a little creative call. And we got what time's the event?
6:30. We're gonna leave here at like
leave here
4:20 or something.
Oh, okay, shit.
Because we're gonna pick Turner up on the way. I don't know if he's gonna come here or if he comes here, then we're gonna leave it like.
We were rolling deep though last night, man. We had Carson out here. We got John. AB came down.
Burke was here.
Yeah. Adam Berkowitz was here.
You got a chance to meet AB. How was that?
I did. I had a chance to meet AB. That was a cool ass experience, man. That was a cool ass experience.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, AB's
awesome.
Yeah, man. AB showed up. We went to an arcade.
AB schooled us all.
We went to some bar arcade last night. AB took us to some bar arcade and schooled all of us in a driving game.
Oh wow. Sounds like a great time, man.
Yeah, we're having a good time. So we'll see how this event is tonight. I don't know. I don't really know is anybody speaking?
I have no clue. That's not what I go to events for.
We just met up with one of my old fraternity brothers. Me and Drew just met up with one of my old fraternity brothers who lives in Philly, and I think he thought I was speaking at the event tonight because he kept asking me. He was like, so you guys have a speaking engagement tonight. He's like, good luck with that, man. And I was like, I don't know, I don't even know if there's anybody speaking at all. I'm not even really for sure what I'm even going to, but
Let's just start let's grab a microphone and just start talking.
I might have to, man. I might have to do a live podcast. Might have to bring it. Apparently, REI Rev's going to be rolling deep to the event.
Yeah, it's like 20 or 30 people.
20 or 30 people.
Wow.
Group set. So we'll
That's
see. We'll
crazy.
see.
What
I
time
think
is it?
I keep. What time is it right now?
No, what time is the event?
6, right?
6 Eastern.
Yeah, 6 o'clock Eastern. So
Would you look at that?
6 to 9. John says it's a networking event, so I don't even know what does that mean. You just sit there and you just talk with people. I guess
Yeah,
we're
so.
just going to stand around and. I'm trying to get Ernesto to pull up. Ernesto said he might try to pull up.
Last event I went to, I met this guy. He's putting up like 200 units a year.
There you go.
Yeah, so he was just like wearing a bright orange polo. And Will told me to go
making connections.
That's awesome.
Chat GPT says networking is overrated.
Oh, well, I'm trying to network with some agent, man, to go and take a look at a deal out in, I guess.
I heard that. What's going on?
I don't know, man. I was getting a weird vibe from the guy. Like, he would probably try to say something slick to the seller. I don't want to work with somebody like that.
Yeah.
Where is this deal?
Let me see. It's Bullard, Texas.
What big city is it close by?
Tyler. I've heard of Tyler before.
No clue what that is. We'll ask Carson. No problem.
Yeah, it's kind of outside of like Dallas, and like also outside of Houston. It's kind of far. It's kind of out of the mix.
I could probably find you somebody if you don't want to work. If you don't want to work with this guy.
Yeah, we'll have to see because I just don't want to work with somebody that's gonna blow up the deal. That's the main thing. Because I don't have it under contract yet, and I don't wanna have him backdoor me. Because I said to the seller, I said, before I make a commitment to you or anything.
You just send someone to walk in that's not an agent.
Because I figured that an agent should probably go see it and make sure they could tell me, what they'd be able to list it for.
I would just send an inspector out.
An inspector?
Yeah, just go on Thumbtack. You probably hire one for like $200 or $300. And they'll just do a full inspection for you. Probably better than having an agent go out there.
Yeah. I guess it's possible. I mean, I just feel like the agent should probably see it because they're going to list it. And that's kind of the feedback that I've been getting from agents recently is they want to know. Dan,
Gotcha.
looking at the side chat here. Yes, sir.
Q is definitely aware. Q is definitely aware. Yeah, we know the man Q.
If you know, you know.
You know, man. I'm excited to meet the Vegas people this November, man. About to meet Q and other people out there on the West Coast. Excited to meet all the people in South Florida as well this weekend. If you guys haven't connected with me, you guys got this is like you got the last few days, guys. You guys got to shoot me a message. Let me know if you want to come to the event on Saturdays. So I can shoot you the details. If you don't have the details, make sure you message me again so I don't forget, and I will shoot you the details for the event.
How many people are showing up?
Probably looking like right now, it's like we're centering around like 20 or something. Yeah.
Hey.
So.
Well,
Yeah, it should be good. Try not to have a too much of a packed house, but
well, this is exciting.
You got John coming.
Yeah, I'll be there for the Miami
John,
meetup.
John's pulling up. When are you flying in, John? Thursday night?
Friday night. The night of the. I'll leave the morning of the 29th. I'm sorry, 29th, 26th, and I will arrive in the evening. It's like a 8-hour
Okay.
trip.
Well, good deal, man. Good deal. I'll see. Hopefully, I'll be able to meet a lot of you all. And like I said, if you guys haven't, just make sure you guys shoot me a message so I can get you the details out.
There you have it, folks. Well, enjoy yourself, Dan. Enjoy yourself, Drew. Have a great time at this event. I know John and AB are probably going to pop out. I hope you all have a fantastic time.
I'll see you tomorrow, John.
Peace, guys.
Take care. All right. So let's get on the phone with somebody, man, that I think would probably help us before we go ahead and wrap this up. I'm not feeling so confident about that last guy, to be honest, but let's see. Let's see about this guy, this David Kurtz guy. Oh shoot, forgot to. Yeah, that's not even a direct line. I like to get on the phone with someone, you know. Why don't I give the seller a call back, and I explain to him the situation. See, this just kind of puts me in a little bit of a bind because I want to walk the property before I put it under contract. That's the only thing. Dude, if he really would take $250 for it, that should be an actual like assignment. Because I think it would sell for $300K. All right, I gotta think about how I want to proceed here. Because I think, I don't know, man. I need a little bit of time to think. Well, either way, I gotta give that seller a call back. What do y'all think, chat? Should I give that dude with the cowboy hat a shot or not? Should I send that first guy out to the property or no? What does the chat think? Greg says he's got a brokerage out of Austin. Let me reach out and see. I appreciate you, Greg. Ice says trust your gut. A lot of people say, nah, don't give that guy a shot. Don't give that guy a shot. I mean, his original mark was that he wanted to hear from the seller that he was aware of, the situation being that we would take care of the sale of the property. My whole thing is I just don't want him to go there and sign something with him because I don't actually have it under contract yet. I told the seller that before we put anything into an agreement, I would go and see the property. I'd send somebody to go see it. No contract, don't send the agent. Okay. I mean, we already have photos. Like, it's already been listed. The thing is not that I don't need an inspector to go and inspect the property, right? I need somebody to represent me to go out there and like greet the seller, talk to the seller, lay eyes on the property and really like get a chance to see it for themselves. Like that's why I think the agent should go, because the agent should be able to tell me, what they think of the property. Because they're going to be the one to list it. It doesn't make sense. I already got the photos and everything, so it's not like I need an inspector to go and take photos. I really need an agent I can depend on that's going to actually do business with me to go out there and see it before they list it, so they know, what they're getting themselves into, and then they can also introduce themselves to the seller. Because either way you shake it, bro, this is an owner-occupied house. Without the contract, it's a gamble with any stranger you send. All right, we're gonna flip a coin. We're gonna flip the coin and we're gonna see what the coin says. Heads or tails, we send this guy out. Heads or tails, we send this guy out. Tails never fails. All right, tails, we send him out. Heads, we do not send this guy out. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
Tails, we send this guy out. All right. Let's give him a shot, man. Let's give him a shot. I'm gonna give him a call back, but I gotta talk to the seller here. I gotta give the seller a call and let him know where we stand, and just kind of run down the situation so that he's got an understanding. We're gonna say fuck it. We're gonna say fuck it. I don't think it's a crazy deal. We're gonna give it a shot. All right, let me give this guy a call. His name was what? It was Kevin, right? I don't even remember this guy's name. Let me pull it up. It was Matt, not Kevin. Matt. All right. So before I do that, I'm gonna get on the phone with the seller here. I'm gonna give him a quick call back to confirm. And then you all can kind of see how I preface the call in explaining the novation and this agreement. Let's go. Hey Kevin, it's John. Good. I made that phone call and we would be able to go on ahead and confirm for Friday at 2. Mhm. Okay, so before we move forward or send anyone anywhere and start to get the ball rolling on anything, how do you feel most comfortable then moving forward? Because it's kind of sounding now like you don't want to move forward with us anymore. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, that's and I appreciate your honesty first and foremost, because I'm an honest guy, and I can feel that you're an honest guy, and I can appreciate your honesty. So, like I said, I don't want to give you any sort of expectation that I really don't think is realistic. And so, with us getting that owner occupant in there, I do believe that 250 would be, the price point that we can make that happen. We just really do have to be mindful of the amount of time that it's going to take, because, like you saw, and as these other investors have confirmed for you, it will sit for a while. I just talked to my agent out there as well, and they also confirmed that Emerald Bay is just one of those neighborhoods that it's more of like an older neighborhood is out there. Is that right?
I mean, if you're that type of, whale, then you're going to go over there. But if you're more like the person that, is just, you're blessed a little bit, have some prosperity and you can live somewhere nice, you're going to go to Emerald Bay or Hideaway if you're looking for, the golf course and stuff like that. So what it is it's not going to be just any old person saying they want to live in here. But
Right.
once the person knows that that's what they want, they're going to do it and they have the money to spend it. So as far as, waiting and stuff, yeah, I mean, I could wait, and get my realtor if I had a buddy. Like I maybe like you're right. Like I just, like just do a lot of research on a really good realtor and someone that I can trust, and then get them to do it, because I know that's what's going to be done. Like yeah, you're like, instead of taking time with me, you'll take time with him, and y'all work out whatever deals y'all work because he's already on your team or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know.
So
I don't know what to do, brother.
yeah, well, don't feel any sense of stress or anything like that. It's really not a huge
Okay, thank
situation,
you.
and
Right.
I can really assure you that I can kind of take out that guesswork for you. I know that you had that negative experience with that agent, and that was kind of the convenience that I offered to you. Right? Was, hey, I can get you 250. We can work on your timeline. I know you're not in a rush, so you said that 45 days would be perfect. I'd hope that we can get it funded and closed in 45 days. Let's give us a period of 60. Shooting, of course, for 45, and you won't have to worry about negotiating with the agent. I'd like to maybe do a few showings if we can get some people in there. That'd be great. But of course, the decision is yours to make. I don't want to send anybody out there if we haven't
Okay.
come to an agreement. That you actually feel comfortable and committed to.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, what would you do, brother? You have an offer for 260. I've offered 250. Which one are you gonna take?
Well, I mean, I can't speak to the legitimacy of the offer, right? I don't know what this other agent has
What if it was
promised you.
legit?
I mean,
Right, but if
if
it's
it was
legit,
legit and the guy was legit, I mean, it only makes sense, go for the higher offer, right?
correct. And so far, the only thing that hasn't really set right with me is he hasn't said let's send someone over there, but he does have all the pictures. He knows how long I've been here, etc. And I've had a handful of them that would do it with at 250 without even coming to my house.
Well,
But like
this
I
is the
said,
only thing
that's
that I
that's
can
lower
ask
than
you,
I want.
Kevin, because I mean, if you really felt, that this guy was your guy and you want to work with him for 260, I mean, what even stopped you from just working with the guy? Why haven't you got that ball rolling yet? I mean, why are
The
we even
ball is
having this
rolling. The
conversation?
ball the ball is rolling. Like I said, he's going to contact me on Monday. He said
Hmm.
either if I don't get you by the end of the week, then I'm gonna you call me on Monday. And like I said, he said he's talking to one realtor that can actually like see the MLS today, and
Sure.
then he said he wants to talk to another one to just to see because he saw the fairway, which is in the neighborhood. It's actually in the subdivision.
Right.
Then the other ones he saw were outside of the subdivision, so he just wants to see more inside of there, which I know for a fact there's handfuls of them because the very first realtor I had, Zach Burke, that wanted 7%. Like I
Hmm.
said, maybe I should have used them. Um, he pulled it all up in front of me in his office and showed me all the houses around and what they were selling for. So, and floor plan's the same, but I just have a lot more property and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
that's the reason why.
Okay.
So, I mean, like you said, no hard feelings. No big, rushes or nothing. Y'all weren't going to move for 60 days anyways.
Right.
Um, you know, I, I, I mean, and yeah, you made a phone call. You talked to someone. Maybe I didn't mean to make another phone call, but yeah, I just didn't want you to like rush out here because yeah, you're moving quick, man. You're moving quick on it, and that's how all of y'all do it. And so I know that once the guy comes out here and you see like, yeah, let's do it, and it's like on Monday I could have made 10 more grand. So I need to wait until I hear what they have to say before I agree to 250. And really, I shouldn't even agree to 250 because like that's like my bottom dollar. And it's really yeah. Like I wish I could buy this house for 250. I wish I could have paid that for it, man. It would have been a steal. And then if I put it on the market for 250, it would fly off the table. It would. You know that realistically, quickly, you could sell for 325 easy, and you're not going to pay that much fees and stuff like that, and you're going to make a really really good profit. And I mean, I know your company has policies and procedures and this and that, but sometimes the way that they stack it, I get that's what they have to get to pay all y'all, and I hope that you make them all. I do, but I just 250. Like I've had a lot of offers for 250 that were legitimate, and I'm passing on them because I have this other one for 260. Now it does seem like that's around where it is at 250. So that's the reason why I said that's what I would do. But really, I really do. I want more than that. I really wanted 270 because I think that's fair. Because it appraises for what it does, and next year is probably going to appraise for 400,000. But so if you wait on it for too long, you might just make that much bigger of a profit. But anywho, that's where we're at, man. And realistically, if there isn't legitimate, like you said, let's just wait and see. Let's call her bluff. Let's see. And if it's realistic, then also if it's not, if it's illegitimate, you have nothing to worry about. If
Well, I mean,
260
listen,
isn't a
brother,
fair price,
I got nothing to worry about either way. So, I
right,
mean,
right.
my whole thing is the only reason that I was moving, with intention was at the end of our phone call, we set a time. You asked, or I asked, can we come see it? You told me that was what you really wanted to hear, was you wanted to have somebody come and actually see it, not just give you a blind offer and then string you along, have an inspection period, and try to lower the price. If I tell you,
Mhm.
after we get out there first that 250 is gonna make, we're gonna make it happen, I'm not gonna come around and tell you we're gonna need a price reduction or we need to renegotiate because we've already seen it, right? I'm not
I
gonna
hope not. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I can't say, for somebody that hasn't been to the property, if they're, making you a promise, they might have an inspection period and during that time they want to, try to renegotiate. I understand you've got time, but I certainly wouldn't want to waste time, and that's really the only reason that I wanted to give you a call back was because we could confirm for Friday at 2, which what I thought you wanted to do. Like I said, I'm in no rush to do anything. We're working
Okay.
on your time frame, so I
Thank you,
mean
man.
it's on you, man. I mean if you wanna listen to this other guy, and his offer for you, by all means, let's give you the time to hear from him. I just don't want to send somebody out there and waste their
Yeah,
time.
me neither. Me neither. Yeah, that's why I said, because once I thought it through, of course I want someone to come look at it because they're trying to lowball me on the price of my house and it's beautiful. So of course I want someone to come see it. But to come see it and still lowball me, which all due respect, I it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, So I,
Well,
nothing to you,
do you feel like we're lowballing you with that offer?
man. So what do you realistically think you could sell the house for after seeing it on the market?
I mean, I think that realistically, if I wanted it to sell sooner rather than later, it would be fair to sell this house for $300,000. Now, if I were to take
300,000. Okay.
300,000. I think that that's a fair price for it to sell sooner rather than later. Okay. Now I've got to
Okay.
assume there's 6%, like you said, that you agreed on for the agent commissions, right? So we're going to take off 6% off the top. Then there's an
Why don't we wait
additional.
till August? If you wait till August, that law's changing. It's
Well,
not no longer.
it's never been a law that it must be 6%. It's always been negotiable, but it has been a standard, that the seller would take care of both sides of the commission. But it hasn't really been mandatory, and so that lawsuit's very interesting. But standard, you're right. It is actually 6% standard, and I know that might be changing, but for you to incentivize the property to get sold sooner rather than later, both parties have to have some sort of
Okay.
incentive to work. So 6%,
I
even
hear
though
you.
that law might be changing, I don't know that is going to change for the industry. So that's just how I'm making my calculations now, and that may change in the future. But 6%,
That's realistic. I understand.
I'm assuming 6% for the agent commission, and then another 2% at least for the closing cost, and that's going to give me 8% off the top. So I'll multiply that number by
Whoa.
2.
Yeah, it's 3% for seller, 3% for buyer. It's not higher than 6%. It
So
never has been. It's
that's going to be the cost for your agent commission, is that 6%, and then we have an additional 2% for that cost of closing. That's
why?
that's to work with the title company that will hold the funds and then secure and insure the title. And so
Wow.
that's an additional
Okay.
expense. And when you bought your house, I'm sure that you paid that as well. And that's just what we have to keep in mind. Now, if we're gonna buy the house, there's also additional expenses in terms of the cost of getting that loan, and us every month that we hold that property, we have to pay towards that. And I mean, if we took it from you at 250, that would give us a $26,000 price range to play with. So we're not even looking for 100,000 on this transaction. We're really in that $25,000 range. For us offering this convenience. And so I know that it is money, but it's not that much. And my biggest concern is the amount of time that it would take if we were to buy this and then put it on the market. So that's why
I
I'd like to
gotcha.
explore what options we have in terms of getting the owner occupant in there and closing with them.
Right. Which, yeah, maybe y'all aren't the ones to buy it, man. Maybe it's just you're just not the one. So,
That's fine.
I'm sorry for you making a phone call and me saying okay Friday, and I'm sorry for that. I apologize.
That's all
Because
right.
now you might have to tell them that he doesn't want to. But I mean, you can just tell him the truth that he has a offer on his house that he feels like is legitimate, that
Mhm.
he'll know on Monday if it is or isn't. And now if you're telling me that inside their contract there's no earnest money, there's nothing like that, and that they can just back out whenever they want, well then the whole thing is unhonest to begin with, and I'll just let it play out. Like you being a Christian, you should know that the way the Lord works, he has a way of making things right.
That's right.
And I'm just playing the field, and I'm just seeing what people have to say. If
And
someone
I
thinks that
understand,
it's going to be,
you got to do what's best for you and your family, and I can always respect that, and I've got to do the same. But at the same time, I've got to be realistic, with what I can offer to
you know,
somebody.
yeah, what's so crazy to me, man, is like, hey, if you get a realtor through me, man, we'll sell for $350,000. Well, that's what we'll sell it for. But man, if I buy it from you, I'm gonna have my realtor sell for 300. Like, it's like, really? Like, I don't know. That just seems like poor business, and it seems unbelievable to me. It really does.
You don't think that it would
So
sell
I,
for 300,000? You think that I'm underestimating what it would sell for?
yes, highly. Like I said, I've already sat like the first realtor I sat down with, and I have an appraisal for my house for 368,000. Now that I look at it, it's not 365, it's 368. And he looked at like he's here in Texas in Bullard.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled up what the houses sell for around me and what he thought realistically it would sell for, and he said 350. That's what he said. Now he wanted 7% commission, like I told you.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, and I said 350, that's it, because there's even appraisals like, but it was just online. It wasn't from the tax office like I have now, that was saying like pushing 400. And he's like, man, you can't go off that. And he kind of explained it to me and proved it. But realistically, 350. And so, and then of course, when he explained to me how it works and what they're going for and this and that, like, yeah, like a realtor, yeah, okay, I got 6 months to sell it or whatever,
Well, brother,
and I'm
my
going to
only
get people.
question is, and I believe that you have that in front of you, and that somebody did, appraise your property for that amount at some point. But when was that? How many months ago was that?
That was like the 4 months ago. And he
Well,
let me know the interest rate was better, and it's not changed since then. It hasn't gotten worse. So everything's going up in value. So that, like, yeah, maybe how about this, brother? How about this? Because I don't want to waste your time either. I'm gonna wait to see what this guy has to say on Monday, no matter what. Then maybe look and see like what these houses are selling for around here. Like, actually look at that and see like if that's what you could sell it for, because I know that's like, if let's just say I said, you know what, these people are just, for my convenience, they just want too much money. And so my convenience it's not that worthy, man. It's really not worth that much. So then I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to go get a realtor. Guaranteed I'm going to have it. I know it's taken off listing, and she put it like, what, I think 345. if it's off listing and I relist it with a different realtor, can I name my price again, or I have to go to that same price, the highest price it was before?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you have to do? I don't know. Like if I have a new realtor,
Yeah, I mean,
can
you
I
could, but
name
I mean,
my price?
the thing is,
What?
you've already kind of gotten and I understand it was a bad realtor,
Right,
and
right. I'm
look,
not
I
going
don't know
off what
who
he
the
did
guy
at all.
was.
He didn't do anything. Yeah, he did not do
Yeah,
anything. So
I mean,
best believe
I would
I'm going to put
imagine,
it by
this
what the
guy,
houses sell for. I'm
yeah,
going to put it for what the houses sell for in the area and the same square footage and the same type of house. So I'm going to put it on there for 360, period. That's what they sell for. And so then I
okay,
can haggle down to 350, and that's what I'm going to do. So, I mean,
okay.
if I used a realtor, that's what I would sell it for. So
I mean,
y'all using a realtor to sell it.
you could list it for whatever you'd like to. I'm just kind of
Well,
taking
no,
a
I'm
look
going to risk it
at what
for,
has sold, and that's kind of
right.
where I'm coming up, and I have to of course be
Exactly.
conservative with what
That's
I
what I
think
have to
somebody will be
sell it
able to
for.
pay
Like,
for it, in the next 30 to 60 days. So if it doesn't make
right. So
sense,
y'all want to get
that's
rid of it
totally fine.
quick.
I can give that guy a call back, my guy a call back, and I can tell him that it's not going to make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure because it sounded
Right.
like a second ago you were $10,000 away from making a decision, but now it seems like you're ready to just list it and go. I don't know,
I
what the
could. I
experience looks
mean,
like.
yeah. Well, whenever someone tells me that that's how they're going to get rid of it with the realtor, and I know what the houses sell for in the area, and that's how you price it, why would I sell my house for $50,000 less than what the houses sell for just like this? And this is even a bigger, better house with more land to it. Why would that make sense?
And
So the more we
like we were
talk,
talking about earlier when we broke it down, it's that speed. So it sounded like you were trying to get
so
out of
y'all
there
don't have
sooner
time?
rather than later.
No, I told you I didn't. That's not what it was. But bro, yeah. So, anywho, like, I mean, no hard feelings. I will wait for this other offer. And if like you're mad that I changed my mind, I'm sorry. Didn't
Not
mean to
at all,
upset
brother.
you.
Not at all.
And if so then if you're not and you're telling me the truth, then your offer still stands for next week if they are blowing smoke, this other company.
Well, I'm to be honest with you, you know, how would you feel,
Don't
if
worry
you
about it, man. Don't worry about it, okay? No explanation needed, man. All right. Hey, Jesus loves you, man. You're doing good. Keep it up. And if something changes on your end, feel free to give me a call next week. If you would like, after I talk to them, I could call you back if you want me to.
here's what I'm gonna say, and like I said, I'm not mad, brother. I don't want this to come
Good.
off as mad or anything, right? Because I'm not mad.
Oh,
The
okay. Well,
the
I
the
just
way
don't
I see
understand why
it,
you would change in just a few days.
well, that's what I'm getting to. I'm not going to change anything. Like I said, my offer was I'd like to come out and see it before we make that commitment. My only
Right.
thing is, if this guy does come back and tries to negotiate even a dollar with you on the price, please don't hesitate to give me a call, okay? Because here's what I
Okay.
assume is going to happen. If he's going to try to negotiate with you before you put it under contract, you know, he hasn't even seen it. Imagine when he goes out there and he sees it and he says, "Oh, well, we've done an inspection now," and he wants another renegotiation period. Feel free to give me a call back. Like I said, I've got to get out there before I even tell you that I can make anything happen. I'm not going to waste your time. If I tell you that we
Hmm.
can move forward at 250, we're going to move forward at 250. But I gotta have some sort of commitment from you to say, hey, yeah, you can come out at this time, and if you can come and see it and it makes sense, we'll move forward. I just don't want to send anybody anywhere without you being 100% on board. So if you've got to talk to somebody else and you've got to make a decision based off of what their offer is going to be, by all means, feel free to do that. My offer hasn't changed, but like I said, if we're gonna go out there, I'd like you to be just as committed as I am, right? When you told me let's do Friday at 2, the first thing I did was make that a priority to make that happen. So
You
feel
did, you
free.
did. But at the same time, you're saying that 250 sounds realistic without even seeing it. Like you didn't tell me, well, if I see it, man, and it's way nicer than I thought, I could offer 262. You never said that. It's just 225, 230. What's your lowest? Okay, that's okay. And you did say, okay, that sounds plausible without even seeing it, but I do need to see it too. But you know, if you would have told me that if I come out there and see it and it's everything you say, then
Well,
you know,
I believe the
maybe I could
photos
give you
that we
more.
see. I believe the photos that we see are online are accurate, and I don't think it's a
Huh.
question of condition. I think it's more
Okay.
of, what is actually selling, and then at what price point do we need to sell this to sell it in the next 30 to 60 days. And so that's kind of where I'm coming up with that 300,000. Like I said, I don't think that that might be the most you can get for it if you have time to sit on it. But with that margin, that we're playing with, we just wouldn't be able to, right? But you're the one that's in control. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Like I said, I'm here to serve you. If you want to move forward, we can move forward, but we're going to move forward at your pace. And I want to make sure that, if we move forward, you're on board, you completely understand, what the intention is. And you've
Right.
already,
And I
seen all your other options. Okay. So I'll let you go. By all means, feel free to give that other guy a call. And then, if he tries to play any games with you, or he doesn't even offer to come out and see it, feel free to give me a call back. Okay. And my offer will still stand for 250. I won't change up on you. I'm not going to try to renegotiate with you. When we go out there, it's going to be a yes or no. We can get this done or we can't. And we will be able to move
Let me
forward.
ask you this. So what you're telling me is this, because I've sold houses before, but I've never sold them like this. At the same time in Houston, my friend's mother was a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And literally my house sold in a few days. So anywho, you're telling me that in your contract, the way that it works is that you can put me in a contract and tell me a certain amount. And I know you're telling me, and you know what? Man, Jesus loves you. You sound like you sound like a trustworthy guy. You really do. But at the same time, if something happened and we're in this negotiation period time, or even though a contract's already been signed by me,
Mm-hmm.
that then you can come back and try to renegotiate with me
Not at
or
all.
terminate the contract.
That's what I'm saying. So look,
Well,
I'm
how would the other guy do that?
well,
You know,
you
like if
have
he
an
sends me a
agreement signed with
contract.
this guy yet. You know, I
No,
can't.
no, no. But like I said, I've had agreements sent to me
Okay.
for $251,000. Okay. And
Okay.
if I would have signed this contract, which I had 24 hours to sign it,
Okay.
is what he told me. If I would have signed this contract, then it would have been 14 days
Mm-hmm.
that it would have been closed. And you know what? This is actually him calling me right now.
Well,
Let me
why don't
talk
you
to him.
take
You want
that
me to call you back?
call? Yeah. Why don't you take
Yes,
that
sir.
call, and then if he tries to play with you on the numbers,
Yeah.
you can give me a call back. All right.
This is Kevin. All right. Bye.
Take care, Kevin. We'll see, man. We'll see how that goes. But the reality is, um, you don't necessarily want to get off the phone as much when you're paying for these people to call you. It's a different question. If you're cold calling somebody and they're genuinely not interested, those people they were not worth your time because they have no motivation. This is somebody that has raised their hand, that has searched online to say, I need to sell my house now. Right? So that person clearly has already been qualified. That person is already um, you know, telling us that he wants to sell. I like what Aaron's saying. He's not. It doesn't sound like he's ready yet. He started off the conversation saying that he was in a distress situation with his in-laws being nearby, and that he just couldn't stand them anymore. He's got to get out of that place. And I was like, okay. Now, I think that I don't see that really happening for 260 as an ovation, because it's less than 16K. There's no room for it to sell in the next 60 days if you're gonna, because I walked him through the numbers. We looked at the comps together, and he understood that. So regardless, that's not the only lead we have to call. It really doesn't matter whether or not he decides to do business or not. It doesn't affect me because there's other people to talk to. What's going on in the side chat? Some people, what was being said? What, I think something got deleted. What got deleted? Ooh. Well, welcome. Hopefully we can get on the phone with somebody. But this is what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like. Definitely. These are the real conversations. What is going on in the side chat, ladies and gentlemen? What is this? Why are people... What is going on here? Can we get some people to hop up on the stage? I want to know what's going on while we were on the phone. And it looks like there's something going on here in the side chat. We got to get some people to raise their hand and come up on the stage to explain the situation here. What is going on? Can we get you to raise your hand? Let's bring some people up.
Yo, can you hear me?
What's going on?
Yo, I just came in here like 12 hours ago. I thought
Welcome.
this chat was cool, and there was some objections getting thrown at you. I was listening to the call. You guys had a great call. He was throwing you guys a lot of curveballs, and I liked how you handled it, by the way. But yeah, I had notes on objections like that, like why would he sell to you if he can go sell with a realtor for $350, and you're like, well, you got all these these fees, and you got to pay 6%, and then that agent, he wanted 7%. So I was just basically giving my notes on what I got from Richard Wonders. He's a Novation King. He's on Instagram if you guys want to look him up.
We know Rich.
But yeah, so I'm in his group, and I was just dropping some fire notes, and it got deleted. So, and then somebody was being rude and said, "Why don't you go make a sandwich instead?" So I don't know what was going on with that. I wasn't bringing any ill intentions at all. Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's no ill intentions on my side, but I was just wondering why was everybody like coming at me for some reason. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and tell y'all, hey, my name's Jillian Jean. I'm a new wholesaler in Ohio, and I'm wholesaling in Toledo. So if y'all want to work together, absolutely.
I just closed
I wasn't trying to make it bad
this week.
For sure. Yeah. What zip code you guys in?
I gotta take a look. This one was on Drexel Drive. What's up, Steve?
Yo. All right, we're gonna address this. We're gonna address the stuff. Yeah, no, you're good, Jillian. You are fine. I didn't know if those were real-time written notes on the call. It was thrown in like a big kind of page. I wasn't mad, just doing the thing, keeping the chat clear. I only get iffy when you start saying, "What the fuck?" Like WTF. I was just like, no. I could see you're fresh in the server. Just kind of hang out, enjoy. You're more than welcome to share your thoughts. It just didn't look like a real-time note. They look like big copy-pasted things. That's all. And that comment that was dropped at you, yeah, I deleted that right away. And
Can
Big
we ban
Rob,
that guy? Let's ban that guy who made that comment.
he's on very thin ice. Yeah,
Let's ban him. Let's ban him because we don't tolerate that. That's out of pocket. We don't.
It is, and he apologized, but I honestly,
you gotta learn your lesson,
what?
buddy. Can't be saying stuff like that. Let's get him out of the chat. We have a zero tolerance policy for something like that. I could understand there might be some confusion on the notes or whatever. Maybe it looked like it was. Was it a copy and paste or was it what you wrote those out?
Yeah, like I said, it was notes that I got, from being in the Novation King, and then I did separate it, and then it got deleted again. So then I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, that's
what he had made that comment. That's why that was the thing. I was like, well, it got deleted and twice, and then that guy made the comment, and I was like, well, do they just like hate me or something?
No, I don't think that's what it was.
You're good.
I think it was probably
you're good. I just
spam, but that comment's out of pocket, so we gotta get that guy booted. But yeah.
That's no bueno. The
yeah,
comment
well,
was
thanks
no
for
good.
letting me, get on here and introduce myself for sure, because there's a lot of people in here, and I'm not trying to burn any bridges with nobody.
Well, this
so.
is the number one.
Thank you so much.
Number one
Yeah.
most valuable real estate community in existence. If you haven't already, got to invite some people to be a part of the revolution. We can clearly show everybody there is a zero tolerance policy for acting and conducting yourself in that manner. So we're gonna get that guy
Yeah.
out of here. But we
Absolutely.
always care about the
Thank you,
community.
guys.
We're always cleaning it up. We keep a close eye on everything. While I was on the sales call, I couldn't monitor the chat, but we got Mr. Steve. He's on top of everything, so appreciate
Oh
you.
yeah,
Shout out to
Steve was
Steve.
on my ass. Props to him.
It's
Give me
gonna
a raise.
happen. It's gonna happen, but you're good
Oh, I don't blame you.
as
Thank
as
you.
long as we keep
Yeah,
it
thanks for.
civil and know these things happen,
Oh
you're
yeah,
gonna be just fine.
absolutely. Thanks, guys. I'll
Fantastic.
stay in. Thanks.
Nah, John, that was quite the call, man. And I was the one definitely pushing, like, yeah, man, get out of there. It's degrading. But like you said, you pay for these leads, you do what you got to do. And the fact that he is like continuing the conversation, it's like he didn't want to go. It's like he didn't want to
No,
go.
he
There
didn't
was a
wanna
part
go.
of them. Yeah, exactly. There's a part of them that did want to do something with it. But you know
He's
what?
calling back.
He's
I
on the
think he's
phone.
calling back.
All right, let's do it.
Let's see what he has to say. We're gonna let him cook for a little while here. Let him cook. Hello?
Hey, this is Kevin. We were just talking about my property off 102 Newport.
Hey Kevin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And your name again? I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, my name is John Johnson.
John Johnson. JJ.
Triple J. My middle name
all right,
is
Mr.
James.
John. Wow, triple
Yeah.
threat. So yeah, so they're sending me over contract for the 260.
Okay.
And I was curious. I was like, so man, I'm talking to this other guy, and he acted like, what couldn't you see? Like, is the MLS or what is it? He's like, no. He's like, I can see all that. He's like, I want to talk to my realtors and know more about like how fast they're selling, etc. He's like, I see that one that took like 4 months. He's like, I get it. I could wait a little bit. Like they're acting like it's okay for them to wait some time on it. He's like, but I wanted to talk to some more realtors to hear about the movement. And like, if it does sit that long, like, does it really sell, etc. And what they're hearing is good. Like, they sit for a little while because it's not a cookie cutter type of place. It's not just some like any old subdivision by the school or something. It is a gated golf course community with like armed guards. Like they're there 24 hours a day. No one's getting in here unless they belong in here. So it's a certain niche, but that niche of people that want it, they have the money and they'll pay. So, yeah, they're sending me over the contract. Now, if something happened, because like you're telling me like all this renegotiating stuff, and what they're saying, it's 30 days on the contract, and there is a 10-day renegotiation thing in it. I told them flat out that I won't renegotiate. I told them.
He said there's a 10-day he said those were his words. He has a 10-day renegotiation period or inspection period.
It's like an inspection period where he said that if he found something out that wasn't up to par or something like that, which everything is good in my house, the roof, the AC, the foundation, everything is good. Like I had it inspected just 2 years ago.
I mean, would he feel comfortable going out there, and waiving that inspection period?
Well, I don't know. I'm just going to give him his time. He felt comfortable giving me $10,000 more. So, I mean, I'll give him that 10 days. That's just 10 days. But like what I was saying is let's just say, God forbid, he is just playing me or something, like getting my hopes up for this, and then going to like dangle a carrot, and then later say, actually, you know what, this is this way, and I can only give you like 240 or something, or even if he said 250, even if he said 255, brother, I'll say, okay, do I get it, man? We'll just part ways, and y'all have a good day. And I would even lose at that point from principal the $5,000 and come to you. Yep. So we'll just see what he has to say, man. But like I was saying, the house with the realtor will definitely sell for $350. Like you said, like you have to go by what it's being sold for. Now, if y'all just want to lose that $50,000 and sell it extra quick, then that's y'all. I just don't want the headache of dealing with some realtor and being trapped underneath him the way I was this other guy, and I don't know him. And the next thing you know, he's like, well, just lower the price. Just lower the price. Just lower the price. And then he's trying to sell it to his buddy or something, and they have some other deal going on the side or something. Because that's what it felt like with this one guy. That he told me people were interested. He wouldn't tell me their offer. And then he kept trying to say more people were coming by and they would never show up. And it led me to believe that he had a buyer that wanted it, but he was going to just keep knocking me down farther and farther and like pretty much like playing both sides. So then I'm like, let's see to try to cut the realtor out. And I saw once I cut him out, I was cutting some money off and whatnot. But where I'm at with it, and at 260, I'm more than happy. And, like if you would have told me 260 and met that, then I would have said, come on, but, you just want to do it for 250 and maybe y'all's company, maybe they pay you better or whatnot. And that's just all y'all could do it for. And that's okay. At least you were honest with me and you were respectful, and that goes a long way.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciate the honesty. I'm glad that you got somebody to send you that agreement over. My biggest thing is, just him going out there to see it. I don't want him. I mean, I just don't want for you to waste time. I know that you're not pressed for.
It's only 10 days. Yeah, it's only 10 days. Like if he told me like it was longer or something, or even if he would have told me like, well, I'm going to have to talk to these people and, you won't hear anything for like 2 weeks or something like that, that would have been different. But, he told me that if I don't hear from him by this week, call him on Monday. He already talked to the one other guy, which he told me he was going to contact him today. Okay. And he told him that, yes, they sit for a little while, but they do sell and they sell for this much. So then with that, he felt confident enough to send me the contract. But then he still wants to talk to a third guy. And, like you said, it's all like a,
he's going to send you the contract, or is he going to talk to a third guy? Because at this point.
No, the contract. I have the contract. I have the contract right now.
Okay.
I have the contract.
So yeah, at some point, he's still going to go out there and take a look at it, right? That's his plan.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So that's why there's that 10-day thing, but it's only 10 days. And like I said, I have other offers too. I have the other offer for 251, which is $1,000 more than you. And, just because of your time you're taking on the phone, you're letting me vent, you're giving me pointers and, and you're my brother in Christ, yeah, like I said, if something goes wrong, you'll be the first one I call.
Okay. Well, I think that's probably going to be the best thing that we could probably do for today. I gotta make that call though, because I gotta tell him that we're not on for Friday at 2.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man. I really do apologize for that.
Don't worry about it. I just want to make sure that I could confirm with you, and if it's no longer on, that's okay. No harm, no foul. We have
right. I really do.
No problem. So here's what we can do.
Okay. Thank you.
Why don't you go on ahead and think on it. See if you want to work with this guy. If you want to work with this guy, no problem. Go on ahead.
I'm signing it, brother.
Okay, perfect. So 10
I'm going to go ahead and sign it.
That's when you're planning to know whether or not he's going to move forward, really, because that's.
He said he could even be more sooner than that. He said usually by 8 or 9. That they really, really know, like, okay, everything is good. Like, I'm not sure what extra he's checking or not. I have no clue, but that's what he said. He said that it's in the contract for 10 days, like almost like it's a 10 business days, like it's a standard thing. And so then he said by like day 8 or 9, they usually know. And then he'll contact me and let me know, and he knows that if I told him, because I was talking to you, like if you come back and say you want to do it for a lower price, we're just going to part ways, no hard feelings. And he said, that's understandable, and he said he understood. And at that point, I'll be giving you a call, but yeah, I'm signing that contract.
All right. Well, I definitely appreciate you.
Okay, bro.
For letting me know and let me know how that goes.
Yeah, you too. You too. Yeah. Thank you, man. And yeah, if I don't call you, you already know how it went. And wish you the best, and man, that's amazing, when you got baptized. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was 15 years old, I found Christ, and I'm 41 right now.
Wow.
And whenever I was,
Bro doesn't want to get off
yeah,
the
praise
phone.
Jesus,
He doesn't
man.
want to get off the
And
phone,
he's real, and he's coming back soon, brother. He's coming back soon.
Yeah.
And whenever I was 15, I was in a juvenile facility in South Padre, around there in Los Fresnos in Texas, real close to Mexico. And I'm on fire for God, and I'm reading my Bible every day. And then they offer to get some kids baptized. And I was like, yes, I want to go. And me and one other kid wanted to do it. So then how they did it was a preacher came to this person's house, and we did it in a pool. And it was like 50 to 40 degrees outside. It was the wintertime. People were wearing jackets and stuff. I have it videotaped and everything. And whenever I stepped into the water, it was warm. It was warm there. It was not cold.
Wow.
And I knew it was a miracle. I wasn't sure what it meant. But then I baptized my kids. And when I baptized my children, I poured that water and I warmed it for them because, I want them to feel welcomed. I don't want it to be a strain on them. So what it meant was, my father was welcoming me into his kingdom, and that's how you were too. You were welcomed in. Yeah. So,
congratulations
thank
on
you,
baptizing
man.
your children and bringing them to Christ. That's incredible.
It is. It's everything, man. And that step you made, don't let the devil come in and tell you anything that if, you just die, it's nothing, or what you're doing doesn't matter, because it is everything. If I don't have, tell you all my testimonies, but he has never let me down, ever. There's been so many times that it could have went this way or that way. And I've been a Christian, so I've been 15 years old. And I've never been let down. I've never in the great storm in Texas, when everything was shut down, I was the only one on the block that had power, because 59 days before that, the Lord put on my heart to get a generator, and I got it. I mean, there's just been overwhelming evidence that he's real, and he loves us. So, I appreciate your time, brother. God bless you. Keep doing, fighting that good fight of faith. And if anything does change, which I don't think it will, but if it does, I will call you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Kevin. And if you haven't already, definitely lock me in on your phone, and yeah, feel free to reach out at any time. Okay.
Yes, sir, John. You have a great day, brother.
You too. Stay blessed. God bless you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Listen, man. The other guy, he really could be at that price, But I just don't think that it really makes sense. I think that it would really sell for $300K after you take out the 8% for me to make, and if I gave him $250, that's $26,000. That's one 5K price reduction, and that's it. Not everything is worth chasing after. It's not, because you end up spending time on things. You get your hopes up. Wow, this could be a deal. In reality, it's not even a deal. You end up wasting time. You're focused on this lead that's not gonna get you anything, and it ultimately is a big waste of time. You don't want to waste your time. Your time is valuable. So I'm not gonna waste mine. I gotta call that guy back though and let him know that we are not gonna move forward. His name was Matt.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Hey Matt, we have to reschedule with the seller. Friday at 2 p.m. won't work. But that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. now I'm gonna just go through the CRM and make some calls, but you know, this is the #1 most valuable real estate community in existence. If you haven't already, you need to invite somebody you think would benefit from being in proximity with us by sending them that link. REIRev.com. Guys, if you haven't already, go sign up to the website. We're gonna be releasing hopefully at least a beta version of the marketplace. A lot of people have been asking, where has the post deals gone? Where has the post deals gone? We're going to relocate it from the Discord onto this website. You're gonna be able to post your deals. We're gonna give you an opportunity to put it right in front of all of the buyers that we've got. We've got access to millions of buyers through some of the other platforms that we have connections to. And we're gonna give unique partnership opportunities for people that are looking to get their deal moved fast. So if you haven't already, make sure that you're signed up to reirev.com. Go sign up right now. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, let us know in the comments below that you made it to the end. Let us know what you learned from the video, and make sure that you're subscribed and click that like button. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you back here tomorrow for another amazing day.